everybody, it's DrBiology here. This is a very quick video on an eye dissection my class did this morning. So I thought you'd like to have a look at it. Just to warn you, it does feature a sheep's eye, and if you're not into those kinds of things, looking at real tissue, then probably not the video for you. This is going to be the start of a series of videos all about the eye, so let's get started. Okay, so here is a picture or a diagram of the eye. So these are the things you're going to need to know, the labels you're going to need to know. Okay, so the retina, and you'll need to know what functions are as well. So retina, that's where you find the receptors, so things like rods and cones, and they're the light hits the receptors, and then an electrical impulse is formed and it travels through the optic nerve. The whole eye is covered by the sclera. So the sclera is an outside, it's a tough outside protective white substance, which is very, very strong. And then at the front, you've got the cornea. And then within the cornea, you don't actually need to know what the liquids are, but I like to say anyway. So in the cornea, it's aqueous humour, and inside the main part of the eye is vitreous humour. But apparently we don't need to know that for GCSE. Within the cornea, you've got the pupil. So the pupil is just a space. It's a hole between the cornea and the iris. So the iris is the coloured part of your eye. And then you've got your lens, suspensory ligaments that they hold the lens, and then those are attached to what we call ciliary muscles. And those ciliary muscles can contract or relax. So, okay, here's a very useful list of all the structure and functions. As you know, in biology, it's important to learn all of the structures and functions. I'm not going to go through them, so you could pause this, you could write it down, and you could learn it. Right, okay, on to the eye dissection. So this is me demoing the eye dissection. Hope you enjoy it. Obviously, there's going to be more videos coming on the eye soon.
But the thing is, you'll get the eye, and the eye will have lots of things around it. Okay, particularly it will have muscles around it. Okay, you might even be able to spot the optic nerve. So there's the optic nerve. Okay, that's the optic nerve. Okay, and then we've got obviously the sclera, and then the cornea. The thing is, though, we want to try and dissect. We're going to try and dissect this part here. That's the cornea, okay, with the aqueous humour, and then we're going to dissect into the sclera. But the first thing I'm going to show you is the sclera itself is really tough. Look, now that is really sharp. That's really sharp, okay. Now, obviously, you're going to have to be very careful, by the way, when you're doing this. I don't want to see anyone doing that with things, all right? Because we're giving you A-level scalpels here, so be very careful. So maybe I'm probably shouldn't be cutting that way. I should be cutting away from myself. But if you can see, I can really poke into it. Look, poking into it there, and this sharp scalpel's not breaking into it. Whereas I can cut the paper really dead easy, but I can't cut the sclera. So you're going to have to be very careful. You could hold it like that with the tweezers and then break open. But what I'm going to ask you to do first is to just dissect the top bit first, the cornea. So you're going to have to really poke in. Okay, now if you poke too hard as well, liquid will come out. There you go. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze out. Hopefully it's there. I'm going to squeeze out. There you go. That's the lens there. So if I just get a piece of paper. So what you can do is get the lens and stick it on a piece of paper. Okay, and you can actually make the words look bigger like that. Ooh, look. So that's a hard lens there. Okay, so that's the lens. And then what you want to do is then cut into, now, if you can cut around the sclera that would be great. But you can see there's lots of black liquid. You're going to be doing this in a tray, and I'd like you to then just make an incision and then open. I'm not going to do it now, but oh, why not? So you're going to go in, cut into it, better than I'm doing, okay? And then try and look into the eye and look at the back of the eye, and you should be able to find, there you go, you've got the optic nerve, okay? Got the optic nerve there, okay? And you've got the retina as well.